Hello, namaste. This is another personal read. This is not a twin flame read. Um, this is just a new relationship starting, and the female wants to know what she needs to know about the relationship. So, what I have right here is that you're really coming from a difficult situation, but this is also a life lesson. There's been people put in your path and put in your life that are there to teach you lessons, and they you're you're kind of like, I want to say, like empathic, like you're feeling their stuff and it's getting on you and it's turning into negative, and this stuff is playing on and on inside of your head, which is causing a lot of ruin. But that situation is really, it's time where it's coming to an end, and you're going to be leaving that situation that is really taunting and negative, and your time is up. And with the next card, it's really like the shedding, but it's the life lessons. And this is where you're shedding a lot of the stuff that is negative, a lot of those thought patterns, a lot of the stuff that you have inside of you that go around in your head, feeling unworthy, feeling like, nothing works out. Things are not, just don't happen like this, good things that don't happen to good people type scenario. This is you now coming out of that mentality. But at the same time, there's a lot of interference. And it's kind of like, we got your ego kind of still taunting you and torturing you with these like situations, like the past still coming back. And that's part of the life lessons where it's repeating. But a lot of this is just, in your brain. But people have been put in your path to kind of bring this to your awareness. So what's in your subconscious is coming into your conscious mind and you're seeing it. But then you also, being the loving, gentle, and sweet person that the Queen of Cups is, also with all of this stuff being put on, you seem to feel like the victim, like nobody cares and nobody likes me and nothing works right for me. I don't feel worthy. And just like you feel that victim, like poor me. But the situation right here does change. And here we have change. Now, change is right here. This change is telling you to look at your emotions. Look at your emotions, because we're right next to the cups. And it's time to look at your emotions and get that stability. It's time to have that stability. Here we have the man. This man, the Knight of Wands. Now, he's coming in. The Knight of Wands is a stable family man. Usually a type of man that likes to help. He may be in the field of, in a field where he's helping people, directing people, or supporting people. This is representing the man that you're inquiring about. So he's coming in as you're going through these life lessons. So the balancing, you're realizing now, because this card, you're realizing the thought patterns and the stuff that's playing on your head and how you're feeling the victim all the time. But it's merely that you're empathic and you're really actually just feeling everybody else's shit. So that shit is being put on you and you're taking it on. So you really need to learn how to protect yourself and guard yourself. Put that hedge of protection around you and cut the cords that you will have with anybody that you come in contact with. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is, you can stay on this, and this is, stuff is happening, and this is coming in as a good, because we have the Cups, we have the Wheel, and we have the Prince coming in with this change. So leaving behind in the past, which is basically the life lesson that you need to learn, is that you are a stronger person. You need to give yourself credit, more credit for who you are. The Wheel of Fortune is just telling you right here that things are as they should be, and just continue on the wheel. Do not be distracted and do not go back to the old ways, because this old ways, you will lose grip of the wheel. Remove those thought patterns. It's time for some self-realization and some self-love. Let those veils come down and just realize that, this is all life lesson. You're shedding stuff from the past. You're coming out of this situation. Everything is coming into change, and you're growing and maturing more. The guy that you're seeing is a positive guy. This is a really, the Knight of Wands. He's a good guy, and he's coming in. So he's coming in as you're going through a lot of this stuff, but when he's coming in, the change is happening. So this is really a good relationship for you. So enjoy it. Whether it turns into marriage or not, just enjoy the time that you do have with this person, and live in the moment and learn what it is that you need to learn. A lot of good is going to come out of this relationship because you're going through this growth, you're going through this this shedding of life lessons, and you're coming out of that situation that you've been in for so long. So it's the change now. You're learning and you're becoming more aware of the situation. So you won't have that interference anymore in your own mind, because the Queen of Cups is coming in to that flow where she's realizing that she puts herself in this position where she feels like she's the victim, but she's not really. It's just she's feeling everybody else's emotions. She's feeling everybody else's pain. And so you don't want to be around, you don't want to be working in, like maybe a mental institution or something like that, because, or a hospital where there's so much pain, because you're not protecting yourself. And you're feeling all of that interference from other people's auras. So cutting cords and detaching is something that you should do at night, especially if you work with the public. But this change is coming. We have the full cycle of change. This is change, transformation. This is a positive, like there's new things coming. There's work, there's, move, change. Just everything that can change is about to change in your life. And it's with this Knight of Wands. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's your reading. Hope you're understanding it. Okay? Love, light, and harmony always. Namaste.